1997, my family moved into a brand new community in a little village south of Ottawa. It was called Sunset Lakes. I was a kid, about 3 years old. I learned to skate on that pond, swam in the lake every summer, watched the water ski competition on the Canada Day long weekend like it was the biggest event of the year. I spent my whole childhood there until I moved out, and even today, I came back to Greely. I sell real estate in Greely, live down the road from the community I grew up in, and the developer who built my childhood home, Sunset Lakes Developments, has now built 7 more communities within this village. And there's another one going in right now. So if you're thinking about moving to Greely, this is the video for you, because I'm not reading a brochure. I've lived it. This is my life. My name's Eric Beckers. I'm a local realtor, and today we're gonna walk through every Sunset Lake community in Greely, what makes each one different, who they're for, and the one that's launching right now that I think is gonna change this Greely market. Stick with me to the end, because I'm gonna tell you which community I would buy into today if I was starting from scratch, and the one that I think has the most upside over the next 5 years. And here's the thing, they're not actually the same community. Let's start where it all started. Sunset Lakes Developments started by building in Greely in 1990. Their very first community was the original Sunset Lakes, which is where my family bought their first place, which is also where I lived as a child. These were half-acre and 1-acre lots with 2, call it 3, private lakes, tennis courts, a pool, walking trails that connected everything together. This was something that Greely and most of Ottawa had not actually seen before. I'll tell you, what I remember most wasn't the amenities. It was the neighbors. We'd meet at the park, we'd bike to the trails. In the winter, we'd shovel off a section of the pond and play hockey until the streetlights came on. In the summer, the whole community would come out for the water ski competition around the Canada Day long weekend. This is part of Greely that you can't really put in a brochure. It's the part that you only knew of if you grew up in it. And here's what's interesting. The original Sunset Lakes sold out by the end of the 90s. If you want in there today, you're waiting for someone to list. And it almost never happens. The families who bought in the 90s, a lot of them, are actually still there. And that tells you something about this place. Now, the communities that followed after Sunset Lakes, the developer just kept on going. And honestly, I watched most of these getting built. A lot of these may have been forests that we used to walk through. Woodstream, South Village, these came next. Same idea, large lots, natural setting, executive homes built by some of Ottawa's best custom builders, each one with its own personality. Then came Water's Edge, Cedar Lakes, and Lakewood trails. These are the ones moving right now on resale. Cedar Lakes has half-acre lots, gorgeous lake setting, dockside common area. Water's Edge has a very similar feel, quite mature now, families who have been there 10 plus years. Lakewood Trails was the most recent one of this group off of Old Prescott. Still a lot of original owner homes that are coming to market. I'll be straight with you. I love all of these communities. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend one is bad and one is amazing. They're all strong. They each fit slightly different buyers. The question isn't which one is best, but it's which one is best for you. That's the conversation that I have with every Greely buyer. Now here's a new community that I really want to talk about. Forest Lake Estates. This is the 7th community that Sunset Lakes is building, and it might be their most ambitious one yet. These are 1 acre with a lot of waterfront or water access lots that is massive for the Ottawa area. The whole community is built around a 10-acre municipal woodlot, 2 private freshwater ponds with some lots backing directly onto the water. Others are backing onto preserved forest. But here's what sets this community apart. It's the tree preservation. Sunset Lakes has a formal tree preservation policy for Forest Lake. The back half of most home sites is protected woodland. It's not a marketing line. This is an actual governing document. Buyers commit to it when you purchase a lot. So what does that mean in plain English? It means 30 years from now, when the kids who grow up in Forest Lakes are old enough to look back, the trees behind their house are still going to be there. This doesn't happen in a lot of new developments where they come and clear the entire subdivision before selling lots. This is the part I want you to understand. And why does this matter right now? Well, phase 1 has a limited number of lots remaining. So if you're thinking about Greely in the next 2 or 3 years, whether it's a custom build or resale that you want to keep an eye on, Forest Lake is the one to watch. Rates have been increasing slightly. Buyers who sat out the high rate years are understanding that now is going to be the time to buy. Custom build timeline at this kind of community is 12 to 18 months to get into your new home. If you want to be in by 2027, the decision is a lot closer than you think. Now, here's one more thing that doesn't get talked about enough. Sunset Lakes isn't just building homes anymore. Greely Village Center at Bank and Parkway is their commercial play. Grocery stores, professional offices, medical, lakefront promenade, sports fields. If you've ever thought, I love Greely, but there's nowhere to grab groceries, this has now changed since when I was a kid growing up here. And when amenities come to a village like this, property values will continue to increase. I've watched this happen. The Greely I grew up in had a corner store and a gas station. The Greely that my kids are growing up in is becoming a real village center, and there's a lot more room for growth that's still to come. This is what 30 years of patient development looks like. Now, it's time to pay off what I promised at the start. If I'm a move-up family with school-age kids looking for their forever home, I'm looking hardest at the brand new Forest Lake Estates. This is brand new builds. You select your lot, pick your builder, mature trees and waterfront access throughout this community. Might not be walking into a ready-made neighborhood, but this is still an excellent place. Now, if I'm an empty nester looking to stay in the lifestyle, but maybe downsize the maintenance a little bit, I'm watching Water's Edge and Sunset Lakes a little bit more closely. It's where the original Sunset Lakes families have started moving when their kids leave the house. And here's what I want to leave you with. I didn't move to Greely to sell real estate. I sell real estate in Greely because I grew up here. The communities that I'm walking you through, these aren't names on a map for me. I've skated on the pond, biked the trails, went to school with the kids whose parents now call me to list their homes. If you're thinking about Greely, any of these communities, or anywhere else in the village, that's the conversation that I want to have with you. So comment Greely below or send me a message, and you can even book a 15-minute consultation with the link in the description below. And I'll tell you straight up which community fits your family, your budget, and your timeline. If you want the rest of the South End playbook, Manotick, Finley Creek, Riverside South, subscribe for more content because I cover all of the South End. See you in the next one.